What's happening, everybody? It's OPOKO with Restin' Beats. This is the third installment of Pharrell's Steps to Success, and I think it's pretty timely because he goes into the topic of selling out. So no matter what career you're in, whether artist or anything else, I think everybody's going to be able to get something cool from this episode.
Being in the marketing world has taught me a lot about my own music, because I kind of like did not want to hear anything. It was like my way or no way. And I'm not saying like I try to make music that's got to work for everybody. I'm just saying like I began to realize that there's so many other perspectives, which is the reason why we have so many different genres of music. You know, to me it was just kind of like, okay, blue shirt, black sweater, you know, blue jacket, t-shirt, and that was it. But really what it is there's a reason why there's a blue shirt. There's a reason why there is a blue sports jacket or a V-neck sweater. There's a reason. And then I started to realize the reasons why there are needs, because before it was just completely creative, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There was no real rhyme or reason, so I began to start injecting like reasoning. And there were all these rules about, like, you know, if you are a producer that makes hip-hop music, you definitely should not be working on Britney Spears. But then my whole thing was, the next thing I knew, they were playing Slave for You, where they played hip-hop. And the black girls liked it like the white girls liked it. And again, you know, I'm a real 80s baby. Like, you know, I grew up when the same channel was playing Prince. It was playing like Phil Collins. It was playing, you know, Michael Jackson. They were playing Madonna. And then like at a certain hour, they were playing like Planet Rock. So I only knew colorless music, right? And everybody is just mixing all kinds of influences and lyrics and melodies and musical textures just to make something that sounds good. If it feels good, it's back to that. I mean, you literally can go online and find something super cool that you never heard of. And looking at like how I would work with pop artists that some would question, my thing was like, what do I have to lose? You know, it's like skating. It's like, you know, the minute that you get like a huge deal, you're like selling out. Or like punk music, you know, the minute that you sign to a major, you're selling out. But the major is the reason why, like, you know, you end up on MTV and, you know, getting all the maximum exposure. They have major label money. So my point was that I just began just going, look, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it and make it cool. Chad and I were very fortunate to have artists who just kind of wanted to do something different. And then at that point, everybody just wanted a different record. But now everything is different. There's so many more opportunities. That, you know, the business is fragmented. And what doesn't work for the record companies totally works online. And that will change eventually. But it's totally possible. You could do it now. I mean, and you don't have to compromise. You know, actually, the more different and the more stickier your music is, the better for you. But you need to do things because you really feel like you have something new and different that you can bring to that particular genre. And it needs to make sense for you. And it cannot be a distraction to music. And several times, you know, various management used to always come and say, look, I need to have a conversation with you, you know. I understand, you know, you're selling sneakers, but what got you here is music. So as long as that remains at the fulcrum of your attention, these other things, if you have the time, sure. Then you step into some of the other categories, but just make sure that you, A, have the time and it doesn't infringe upon what makes sense, which is the music. Music is a medium for people to express their feelings and their respective ideas. When that is being compromised with the way to leverage it to make money, it's going to suffer terribly.